Revival. It's a word that's been a buzzword, and it's been on the minds and hearts of Christians around the world, especially in the last 2 weeks. Those of you who have been paying attention to social media and also even some of the normal media houses have heard reports of a wonderful move of God, a revival move of God taking place in Wilmore, Kentucky, right in the middle of the United States at Asbury University. What has come to be known as the Asbury Revival, a prayer meeting that has just gone on and on and on. And thousands of people coming to know Christ, to just allow the Lord to take over their lives afresh, and just experiencing the purifying power of being in the presence of God. People have traveled tens of thousands of miles to come and see what God is doing at this Christian university in the middle of America. Let's talk revival here on CITAM Church Online. My name is Kwame Rubadiri. Revival as a word does not show up in the scriptures, but instances of God's move, of God's visitation, always show up in the Bible, and they seem to be followed by a response from His people. And I want us to look at this today as we consider why it's important when God visits us, when God shows Himself and His presence in our lives, why it's important for us to change our trajectory and what He does to change our trajectory. In 2 Chronicles chapter 7, one of the best known Old Testament scriptures, we read of the moment at which the temple that King Solomon has been building is completed and is now about to be officially consecrated and open for worship. At the beginning of the chapter, we're told in verse 1 that when Solomon finished praying, fire came down from heaven, consumed the burnt offering and the sacrifices, and the glory of the Lord filled the temple. So much glory that even the priests weren't able to enter and finish their duties and their responsibilities, as the rest of the scripture records. And there is this amazing visit of God, his approval, as it were, of this place of worship, this place where He could meet with His people. And as the story continues, and as we get all the way down to verse 14, we see how after Solomon has sent everybody home, and he has encouraged people to go and celebrate in their homes and thank God for His visitation. He, in the night, is visited by God. And we're told in verse 11, when Solomon had finished the temple of the Lord and the royal palace and had succeeded in carrying out all that was in his mind to do, the Lord visited him and appeared to him at night. And God said to him that I've heard the prayer of the people. I have chosen this place for myself as a temple for sacrifices. This is where I want to visit and to be with my people. I was listening to a dear friend of ours and a wonderful expositor of the Word of God and a champion of discipleship around the world, the Reverend Edmund Chan. And he spoke about how you and I can personally experience revival in our lives. And he said one of the easiest ways to do it, and I'm thinking about how the children of Israel built this amazing and imposing temple that Solomon had constructed, and the presence of God filled it. He drew a circle on the ground, and he said he stepped into it, and he said, just do this if you want to get revival. Step inside the circle, and then say to God, Lord, revive everything inside this circle. That's how we can invite the presence and the power of God, is to step into the place of His presence, step into the place where He is moving and say, Lord, revive everything that is inside this circle, and allow God to touch every single area of your life. It will change the trajectory not only of your worship and of your devotional life, but even of your professional and of your family life as well. May God indeed pour out revival on everything that is inside the circle.